first of all, thank you so much for inviting me on the real Orient-Express. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world this morning. I mean, did you guys discover it as well? Because you did not actually film in it.
No, I got to take a trip on the Venice-Simplon Orient-Express, which was pretty incredible. But it's amazing and remarkable how amazingly they approximated the look for our movie. I mean, it's pretty true to what we have in the film.
Yeah, they took a long trip on the train themselves before, like Ken and a small team. They took a long trip and they filmed a lot of the countryside and stuff they were seeing, because we had screens,
like giant HD screens
that they would
the
project. You know, they would show some of the stuff they shot. But yeah, they took pictures of everything, you know, and really tried to be faithful in the recreation of it.
I would be like a kid in a candy store on that set, because it's not only the set, it's the costumes, it's the props, it's any single detail on it is something to look at. What resonated most, you know, what do you remember most about, you know, everything that was around you?
I mean, I think it was the minor details. It was, you know, specifically when it came to our brilliant wardrobe, there was something so authentic about the look that really inspired, I felt like, a lot of the choices I made. And to have that, to be able to have such a great vessel to be able to sort of transplant yourself to another era it's a pretty remarkable thing, because so much of what we did was based on the fact that we had all of this at our disposal. We didn't have to sort of imagine being on a moving train and seeing these, as Leslie said, incredible vistas passing us by. We were transported to this time and a place, and it made our jobs infinitely easier.
Yeah, it's like time travel. We both, you know, come from the theater, and so there's a lot of imagination that you use in theater, which is a wonderful thing. This is, the film world is so different, because it's really about specificity and the detail, the attention to detail. So yeah, it's like you step on stage, it's like a time machine.
Yeah, and this movie is wonderful escapism as well, because of how it looks, because of all of it, because of the wonderful ensemble of actors. But it's not only everybody being so famous on this set, it's everybody being so famous together in such a small space. So how was that experience? You know, you get to get very close to Judi Dench.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I fought to be a part of it. I really wanted to be a part of it, because I knew that I would be learning from a master, you know, somebody who's
Thank you,
been
Leslie. I appreciate that.
And you did. You became such
I learned,
a fantastic actor.
Yeah, well, right. By, you know, learning what not to do.
Right.
You know, I do look at what he's doing and do the rest. But, you know, from Ken, who's been on both sides of the table as an actor, as a director or producer, you know. But also with this, the nature of the film meant that we wouldn't be, people wouldn't be locked away in their trailers, that we would be in close proximity with each other, breathing the same air and telling the same stories. So I just really wanted to learn. You know, I really wanted to learn, and it didn't disappoint.
Yeah, it's a real masterclass in acting, actually, because everybody has also different comedic timings and different acting timings. So that must have been interesting to see how everybody, inclusive of the both of you, has in terms of method, basically. And how
it is.
Work.
It's really incredible to watch, and it's incredible to watch Ken Branagh, who is an actor himself, approach everybody differently. You know, there's something remarkable about his skill as a director, I think, because he comes from a place of understanding what it is that makes us tick, and also what it is that makes us anxious, right? And so when he can approach it from that sensibility, it's an invitation to bring out your best work. And he was remarkable. But there's also something incredible about sitting opposite enormous talent like this guy, but also you have Willem Dafoe, Daisy Ridley, Dame Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz. The list goes on and on and on. And when you're in that environment, when you're in a scene where the greatest special effect is having 15 incredible superstars in the room together as an ensemble, that's one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. And to me, that was the joy of this, was being a part of something so much bigger than ourselves.
It's like covering the Oscars. It's like
Yeah.
being on the Oscars red cover. It's really fun. What goes through your mind when, you know, Kenneth Branagh comes on that set as a director with that huge mustache? Because obviously he
Right.
didn't have time to take it off when he was directing, only.
What goes through my mind? What goes through your mind?
Is there a sense of envy? Because it was, you know, apparently so practical and easy
That's exactly-
and
that's
low
ex-
maintenance.
No, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. I had mustache envy because try as I might, I mean, I'm like a 14-year-old boy, so I grow nothing. Months and months, I still look like this. And so, yeah, no, you're jealous of how talented and skillful he is. And
I just couldn't believe he could speak with that thing on his. Like, I could never. I would literally talk like this the entire time. Yeah. But I was jealous of the fact that he got to take it off at night. I had to keep my mustache for 3 months, and my daughters were terrified of me. They didn't want to talk to me. Yeah. I looked like a murderer. It was,
You did.
Yeah.
Well, you know, being ahead of your character, probably you didn't tell them exactly who you were playing because, you know, we don't know who the murderer is. So that's the whole point
Well,
of the intrigue and the whodunnit.
My kids wouldn't know what I
Yes.
was talking about if I was like, this is who I play in Murder on the Orient-Express, little girls. They'd be like, what are these words?
Yeah, they have not read Agatha Christie
Not yet. Not
But,
yet.
but had you guys, and what's your favorite novel ever?
Ooh. Mine is And Then There Were None.
Yes,
Um,
I concur.
I just think it's. I love the Poirot books, but that book to me is just one of those brilliant page turners where you're just like, oh God, and you're trying to guess, you know, as they're trying to figure it out.
Agatha Christie
Murder on the
wrote.
Orient-Express.
Yeah,
That's
she,
a good one.
she wrote Catwoman.
Have you heard?
No,
Okay.
not that.
wrote
Not that Agatha
Spider-Man.
Christie.
Aha. I'm
Not
familiar.
Agatha Christie.
I hadn't read a ton of Agatha Christie, but I have seen more of the plays. I've seen a handful of the plays. They're very
Mousetrap.
popular in high schools and middle schools even. But yeah, this was, I mean, maybe my second or third Agatha Christie that I've read in novel form, and I got to get busy. I got more Agatha to read.
Well, you're still like doing the Dr. Seuss books, right? You're working your way through.
I'm working my way
Yeah.
through. Green Eggs and Ham.
Mhm.
And then
Cat in
X-Men?
the Hat.
You're working your way through the X-Men comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little. That's
The Harry Potter picture books, not the books themselves, but he's sort of doing the little illustrated versions. I had to teach him how to pronounce Voldemort just last year, like a big boy.
Well, at least it means that you guys had a great time on the set, and this
Yes.
is
We did.
definitely the right impression, isn't it?
Yeah, we had a great time, for the most part.
Oh God.
And that's your whole day, Leslie.
Yes.
Thank you.